Good afternoon and welcome to Capuchin TV. On this special interview, it's a Catholic Broadcasting Ministry Television, and with me, Maureen Kimani. And today we're being glad to be joined by one of our guests from Caritas Microfinance Bank, and he will be introducing himself because we have been having the episodes with the Caritas Microfinance Bank, and we have much more to learn from them, what they do, and also I hope you're still keeping safe. Thank you and welcome on this interview. Hi. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're fine, thank you.
Yes,
How
Maureen.
have you been?
Quite well, we thank God.
Yes. Okay, welcome, and maybe you can introduce yourself and tell us what you do for the Caritas Microfinance Bank.
Thanks, Maureen and Capuchin TV for welcoming me and also welcoming Caritas Microfinance Bank. My name is John Waweru Magundu. I'm the branch manager. Sometimes I call myself the CEO of Donholm branch. I'm the branch manager there, and I'm in charge of the branch. My work basically entails, I'm in the charge of the branch, bringing business for the branch, deposits, loans, accounts, and also making sure that the loans that have been given out are paid. Thank you. Okay, welcome a lot, Mr. John Magundu. And because our topic today, we shall be discussing institution financing, maybe you can talk to our viewer and tell them what institution financing is. As Caritas Microfinance Bank, one of the products that we give to institutions. And today we'll be talking about educational institutions that usually finance. You realize that many schools, educational institutions, colleges, technical schools, they have different needs. And as Caritas Microfinance Bank, we have very, very attractive products for these schools. We have loans, we have deposits. We have a very, very good attractive account for these schools. Account with no regular fees. These accounts usually give checkbooks. If it's for just sole signatory, then we can also give ATMs. We also have very good loans. We have both secured and unsecured loans. We also give working capital loans for these educational institutions. Yeah, and also for the employees of these institutions, we give what we call mshahara loans. These are loans that we give to the teachers, the support staff, or people working in those institutions to assist them meet their financial needs. Yes.
Much for that information. And before we even continue with our topic today, that is institution financing, that is educational, and we have one question from our viewer. And because we understand you are a Catholic-based institution for financing, do you only support Catholic, institutions, or you do every other institution? Maybe you can talk to them.
Thanks, Maureen, for that question. If you look at our mission, we say that we are a household bank that adds value to all. What do we mean by that? For us, we bank everyone. Yeah, we bank the Catholics, we bank Protestants. We also give services to Muslims. We also give services to also non-believers. And it's also our duty, being a Catholic-sponsored bank, also to preach the gospel. So to answer that viewer, the answer is we bank everyone, and everyone is welcome to bank with us at Caritas Microfinance.
Thank you, Mr. John. And we understand that Caritas is very strong when it comes to school. Why do you support, or maybe what's the reason behind that? Why do you support mostly the school?
You realize that the education globally is very, very important. And they have different needs. And you realize before the school settles, before the school grows, because you realize they don't have any other financing. So for private schools, they rely on the owner's savings for them to settle. And they require is infrastructure. for them to start a school, they must have classes. Some must have school buses. So they need financing. And Caritas Bank comes in to bridge that gap. You also realize that the school fees that is collected, the bank assists in safekeeping and collecting the school fees for these schools. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. John. And we understand it is a COVID time period, and many schools have been affected. How has Caritas maybe helped to support them to maintain themselves and to continue smoothly for their running institutions?
Thanks, Maureen, for that question. Since COVID came to Kenya, all businesses have been greatly affected. The schools and also educational institutions have not been left behind by this challenge. And one of the areas we've assisted these schools, you realize that many schools had loans with us. And the first thing we did when we realized that the schools have been closed, we talked to them, we called the schools and we told them, what do you want us? And one thing, for the schools that had borrowed with us, we called them and they came. One of the things we did is to reschedule the loans. We first rescheduled the loan up to that time, that was September. Then come September, we realized that the schools will not open in September. So we called them again and we came and told them we can still reschedule these loans to January. So one of the support areas we gave them is by this scheduling the loans. We did not get any scenario whereby we were pushing them to pay, since we also understood, as a bank, we understood that they are not getting any school fees, they don't have any income. So one will schedule their loans. Number two, what we did, we also realized that the government has insisted on social distancing once the schools reopen. And many of the schools, you realize they don't have enough classrooms. They don't have enough space. They don't have enough dormitories. So what did we do? We talked with these school owners, also the schools which are sponsored by Catholic Church, and we told them, what can you do for you? And we started giving loans. We've given loans to many schools. One, to expand the classes, also to add lockers, also to make the water points for washing hands. Another thing that we've also done, also part of our CSR, or what we call as corporate social responsibility. Yeah, some schools came to us, and when we were opening grade 4 and class 8, and they said they requested us to assist them by giving them the stickers for social distancing. Others requested us to assist them to put hand washing points, which we did. We've done that for several schools. Also during COVID time, we realized that we had the online learning, which was happening in our schools. And what we did, by financing the schools with digital gadgets, that's the laptops, the computers. Some schools even came and asked for assistance to buy cameras to assist them do the shooting and also digital learning. You also realize for grade 4, digital literacy is one of the requirements. And with this, they were able to buy the computers. And during COVID, learning has been proceeding on very well. And for us, being a Catholic-sponsored bank, we listened to our customers, and we've really supported. We've worked with our customers and also kept reassuring them that everything will be okay, and most of them are happy customers. Yes.
They are contented with whatever you are offering and the services that you are offering to them.
As a matter of fact, and many has called us, many has visited our branches, and they've confirmed to us that they are very happy with our services, because we don't have our staff members, our relationship managers, really pushing them. Actually, we've been working with them and we've been listening to them. Yes.
Thank you a lot. And you do a lot of salary processing for schools, and you have the memorandum of understanding, that is MOU, and for the staff loans, and also for the same time, maybe you can elaborate further.
Thanks very much, Maureen Kimani, for that question. Yeah, we do have salary processing for many education institutions. And what we do, once we visit any school or once we visit any education institution, we usually say that we want to bank all of them, or what we call in banking terms link fencing. And we open the account for the institution, and we also request if we can talk to the staff members. And when I mean staff, it's all the staff members, the teachers, the support staff, the drivers, all of them. We usually request the management or the directors of the school to give us the chance to talk to the employees, and we open accounts for them. And rather for the director going to every bank to pay these employees, we usually advise them to pay from one bank, and that is Caritas Microfinance Bank. Our salary processing fees is very, very negotiable, is very, very fair. We actually negotiate for salary processing, and come the end month, we usually get only one check, or the school sets through RTGS if they don't have an account with us, and we process those salaries, and the salaries are processed real time. The moment the school sets the salaries, we set them the same day. The employees will get them the same day. Once they get this money, they can withdraw through M-Pesa. We have those services by dialing *810#. They'll be able to access their accounts, so they don't need to go all the way to the bank to come and get their salaries. They don't need to walk to the ATMs, so they can just get their salaries on their phones. They can visit our agents, which are all over, and they get their salaries. We also have very attractive loans for these employees, what we call mshahara loans. And we give loans for up to 3 years. And if the salary is passing through Caritas Microfinance Bank, the rates are very, very good. If because of one reason or another the salary is not passing through us, and that employee comes to us, we also give loans, but definitely at a slight higher rate. So what we do, we don't ask them for guarantors. We don't ask them for deposits. You know, if they go to SACCOs, they'll be told you must save at least 3 times what you need to borrow. For the banks, we don't need this. We just tell you what we need is just 6 months statements from where your salary has been going to. We need a copy of ID. We need a copy of PIN number certificate. We need a payslip, and we also need an introduction letter from your employer. And once we have that, within 48 hours, you have money in your account. And these loans, we don't keep asking, where are you taking these loans? You'll come and we will advise you. We also give financial literacy, which we give for free. So that person, the moment they come and take the loan, it also goes and benefits them. Yes.
Because we're talking about educational institution financing, since you support education a lot of times, and do you have a specific account for the students?
Thanks a lot, Maureen, for that question. A good question. Yes, we do have an account specifically for students who are less than 18 years. We call it Chanzo Junior Account. Chanzo Junior Account. Is a parent who is the signatory to this account. And this is a very, very good account for savings. And we encourage these students, the pupils, from very early age to have that culture of saving. So what you usually need, you usually require for birth certificate. If the child is less than 6 months, we can use birth notification. And to open the account, we'll also need the copy of ID for the parent. We'll also need copy of PIN number certificate. We'll also need a passport size photograph for the child and also for the parent or guardian. If they don't have that, for us, we are also digitally, we are good in digital. We take those photos from our branch, or still we can also send our sales officers to go and open that account from where the parent is. We only need only 1,000. And one unique thing about this account, Chanzo Junior account, is interest rate. We also give interest for any amount. We give 5% per annum for any amount in that account. And we don't have many restrictions. If you want an ATM, you can still get it. And that account is usually very good for the students. And once they get to 18 years, now they became the signatories of this particular account. Yes.
You're talking about a student who is less than 18 years. What of that person who is in university, and how do you process that for the account and want to open an account with Chanzo or maybe Caritas Microfinance Bank?
For students, mostly in universities, you realize most of them are of age. They are 18 years. And for them, what you'll need is just a copy of ID and a PIN number certificate. If they don't have one, we also assist them, apply. And once they have that, we'll also assist them open the account. They can give this account to HELP so that once they get the loan can be processed through our account. And they'll also get ATM. We've partnered with Cooperative Bank. And once you open the account, if you want, the ATM will give you an account, an ATM, which is branded Caritas. But because we are not all over the country, we've partnered with Cooperative Bank, and these students, they can access their money from any Cooperative Bank branch ATM. At the same time, if they want to deposit money, currently we have 6 branches for Caritas. If this student also want to deposit money, we can also still use the Cooperative Bank through a platform called B2B, bank to bank. And they go to Cooperative Bank, any branch of Cooperative Bank, they go there and deposit the money, and it will be reflected in the account real time. At the same time, they deposit at Co Bank, and the same amount will be reflected in their Caritas Bank account. Yes.
Very open for anyone and everybody.
It is very, very open for anyone. We actually encourage our students from the tender age, from our pre-group, from grade 1. They need to come and open accounts so that they embrace banking at this tender age. And once they reach age of 18 years, the account converts to them. Yes.
Maybe for the students, they can also start maybe saving for their money. You don't need to ask your mom, your dad for, some pocket money. You can have your own account, and then you can be getting the money from them.
Actually, we've seen many cases. We've seen many students who open these accounts. And during their final years, you realize that they've already have enough savings. They have enough savings to pay even for their final years. So we encourage the students, once you get some pocket money, don't just don't put the whole amount in your pockets. Don't go eating mandazis or in your stomach. Yeah, we encourage them to bank that amount. And you don't need actually necessarily to come to the bank to deposit the amount. You can also use M-Pesa. If the amount has been sent to you via M-Pesa, you can directly send that amount to the bank using M-Pesa. And we've seen even many, by the time they're leaving universities, they've saved enough money even to come and start their side hustles, to come and start their businesses. Yeah.
Keep them going.
Sure.
Okay. And you do give loans, and maybe you can tell us about the infrastructure and asset for institutions.
Thanks, Maureen, for that question. We have many loans, especially for education institutions. And one of the loans that you should give is asset finance. For asset finance, we assist the schools by either new vehicles or second-hand vehicles. For new vehicles, we finance up to 100%. There are some loans we've given up to 100%. If the bus is costing 6 million, we give the whole 6 million. We also do something called IPF. IPF is insurance premium financing. If this institution did not have money to pay for insurance, since a new asset must be comprehensively covered, we also do insurance premium financing. We give a loan to pay for the insurance, and the school is left paying that loan for up to 10 months. They can pay from 4 months up to 10 months. And this is very, very convenient. For the school buses, we've said that we finance up to 100% if it's new. If you want to purchase an old vehicle, we can purchase a vehicle which is up to 8 years. Right now we're in 2020, so vehicles from 2012 coming up to 2020, we can purchase those vehicles. We can assist the schools purchase those vehicles. But what happens for the old vehicles? We don't finance 100%. We finance 70%. Then the customer contributes 30%. We have very, very flexible repayment terms. If we are talking of a school, they'll be the ones to tell us how do they want to pay. They can pay monthly. There are some who say they want to pay termly. We have some who says they want to pay quarterly, that after every 4 months they are paying. Others will pay at the beginning of January or at the end of January, then second term and third term. And that is usually very, very flexible. We also have other loans for schools. Working capital. You realize schools have so much needs. They may need loans to pay their teachers, to pay, to buy books, to buy computers, to pay bills. So we give loans to give for those purposes. And our loans are very flexible. Some are secured, some are unsecured. So we give secured and also unsecured. What do I mean by unsecured? Unsecured means we are not asking for title deeds. We may have a school which does not have a title deed. The title deed may be elsewhere. So we give loans without asking for those title deeds. Sometimes we also use the log books to secure these loans. We also have, I talked of mshahara loans for the staff. That one we give to the employees. Then we also give what we call capex loans or capital expenditure. If they want to buy lockers, there are some items which may be a bit costly, and we'll assist the schools give that. Our repayment period varies from 6 months up to 5 years. We also assist the schools by RAD. If they have, they want to expand, we also assist them by the RAD. So we have RAD purchase or property purchase, and this one they can pay up to 5 years. That is 60 months, also with very, very flexible terms. And what we do, we have our relationship officers who will come and visit the school. The requirements are very simple. If you've not been banking with us, we still assist the customers. And we tell them to give us, for schools, we usually ask for 1 year statements, bank statements. If you've not been banking with us, we'll request you to give us 1 year statement from your bank. We'll need the licenses. We'll need the registrations. That's from the ministry. If it's a limited liability company, we'll need a certificate of incorporation. We'll need passport size photographs. We'll need the application form. We'll need the solution to borrow. And need the structure. We need to see how much do students pay. We also need to know your expenses, your income. Yes.
And if there is something parents are going through this period, maybe it's lack of capital and challenges of raising the school fees, do you give parents the school fees loan?
Thanks, Molly, for that question. We understand that we are facing very, very challenging times during this COVID, and the schools are reopening in January, and you realize many parents may not have the school fees. As Caritas Microfinance, we do give school fees loans. We call it a Kima education loan. You will come to us and I will determine whether you can pay or not. We'll do that analysis. If you're in business or if you are employed, you'll give us your payslip. And we will also require either the letter of admission or the school fees structure. And what happens with this school fees, with this loan? We actually send money directly to the school. This one will not give you money to put to your pocket to go and pay. We'll either give bankers check or we send an RTGS directly to the school. The same requirements are simple. If you're in business, we require to see your 6 months bank statement if you're not banking with us. If you're banking with us, we don't need those statements. We need a copy of ID. We'll visit your business. We'll need the licenses.
Is it okay, sorry for the interruption of the businesses. We say I have a business, or maybe someone, a viewer, want to start a business. How do you get the process of getting the pay bill number?
For pay bill, what you do, we've partnered with Safaricom, and we don't send you to Safaricom. You actually come to us. We have those forms. We'll fill all the forms for you. And once we fill the forms, we'll send them to Safaricom. Within 2 or 3 days, we'll have the pay bill. And what happens, the pay bill is usually connected with your number, with your personal number. So once the parents pay school fees, you'll be getting the messages. Then that amount, we have something called auto-settlement. We'll agree on every day the amount will be coming to your account. And the bank will facilitate that. All the requirements that are required by Safaricom will assist like that, if it's the solutions, the forms. And it's actually very, very simple to get a pay bill from Caritas Microfinance Bank.
Thank you, Mr. John. And as we're going to wind up for our interview, maybe you can share the contact, or you can have what you're going to say to our viewer.
Thank you. And to our viewers and our customers, I want to take this opportunity to really appreciate you for supporting Caritas Microfinance Bank. And we are asking viewers, those who have not joined Caritas Microfinance Bank, you are much welcome to come and bank with us. We have several branches. I am the branch manager of Donholm branch. We are located off Manyanja Road, next to Naivas Supermarket. We open from Mondays to Saturdays, and you're much welcome. If you have any question, you can call me through my mobile number, 0721 515121. A simple number, 0721 51 51 21. Karibuni sana, Caritas Microfinance Bank, Donholm branch, and also our other branches. May God bless you.
Thank you so much. That was a very nice ending for the interview. Thank you for coming. Say hi to Caritas Microfinance Bank. And for our viewer who has any question, you have the contact. You can call them, and I'm sure they're going to have their time to answer any of your questions. Thank you so much for keeping it tuned for this interview on Capuchin TV. I am Maureen Kimani. Till next time, bye-bye. Have a good afternoon.
Caritas Microfinance Bank imejitolea muhanga kwa kuwawezesha Wakenya kupata fedha kwa urahisi ili kujenga rasilimali na kujiendeleza. Maisha ya jamii yamebadilika na kuimarika. Msingi wa jamii ni utulivu wa familia iliyoimarika. Ukiwa na mradi unayohitaji kuimarishwa, tuna utu. Karibu zungumze nasi. Caritas Microfinance Bank.
Imarika, imarika.